If you are currently receiving Social Security benefits or you're enrolled in Medicare, today's video could be extremely important for you because we're going to talk about several major expenses that many seniors across America may be able to reduce through programs that already exist. Most people spend years paying bills without ever realizing that financial assistance programs, premium reductions, tax exemptions, and utility support options may already be available to them. The surprising part is not that these programs exist, but that millions of eligible people never apply simply because nobody explains the process clearly. Many retirees assume that if they qualified for assistance, the government would automatically notify them or enroll them, but in reality that usually does not happen. In most cases, seniors have to discover these programs on their own, apply individually, and provide the necessary documents before any savings begin. That means many people continue paying hundreds of dollars every month for expenses that could potentially be reduced. So in this video, we're going to walk through 5 major costs that affect retirees every single month and discuss programs connected to Medicare premiums, prescription drug expenses, utility bills, Medicare surcharges, and property taxes. These are all legitimate programs tied to existing federal or state rules, and understanding them could make a meaningful difference for seniors trying to stretch a fixed income during retirement. Let's begin with one of the biggest recurring expenses for Medicare beneficiaries, the Medicare Part B premium. Every month, millions of Americans see this amount automatically deducted from their Social Security checks. Most people simply accept it as unavoidable because they assume everyone pays the exact same amount forever. However, what many retirees don't realize is that Medicare Savings Programs may help eligible individuals cover some or even all of these costs. These programs are administered through state Medicaid offices and are designed specifically for people with limited income and resources. One of the most talked about programs is the Qualified Medicare Beneficiary Program, often called QMB, depending on eligibility. This program may help pay Part B premiums and in some cases may also reduce additional out-of-pocket Medicare expenses such as deductibles, co-payments, and co-insurance. There are also other levels of assistance including SLMB and QI programs, which may help pay the monthly Part B premium for individuals whose income is slightly above QMB limits. The important thing to understand is that income thresholds -1 by state and can change every year, so seniors should always verify the latest numbers directly with Medicare or their local Medicaid office. Another critical detail is that enrollment usually does not happen automatically. Even if someone qualifies, they may continue paying the full premium indefinitely unless they actively submit an application. That is why many financial counselors encourage seniors to review these programs every year, especially after retirement or a major income change. For someone living on a fixed monthly income, reducing or eliminating a recurring Medicare premium could free up money for groceries, medication, transportation, or emergency expenses. The second major expense affecting retirees is prescription medication costs. Even seniors with Medicare Part D prescription coverage often discover that drug expenses can still become overwhelming, especially for people managing multiple chronic conditions. Some medications cost tens or even hundreds of dollars every month depending on the insurance plan, deductible structure, and pharmacy pricing. This is where the Federal Extra Help Program, also known as the Low-Income Subsidy Program, becomes incredibly important. Extra Help is designed to reduce prescription-related costs for qualifying Medicare beneficiaries. Depending on eligibility, the program may reduce monthly Part D premiums, lower annual deductibles, and significantly reduce co-payments for covered medications. For some retirees, this can result in dramatic savings over the course of a year. Many seniors who qualify for Extra Help do not realize they are eligible because they mistakenly believe the program only applies to people with extremely low income. In reality, the eligibility limits are often higher than people expect, particularly when considering household size and resource calculations. Another important point is that individuals already approved for certain Medicare Savings Programs are frequently enrolled into Extra Help automatically. That means applying for one program can sometimes open the door to additional benefits without requiring a second separate application. Seniors who think they may qualify can usually apply through Social Security online, by phone, or at a local Social Security office. Reviewing prescription assistance options is especially important today because medication costs continue rising across many categories including diabetes, medications, heart medications, respiratory treatments, and specialty drugs. Even small reductions in monthly prescription spending can add up to significant annual Savings for retirees living on fixed incomes. The third major financial burden for many older Americans is energy and utility costs. Heating, cooling, and electricity expenses have increased substantially in many parts of the country over the past several years, creating serious pressure for households dependent primarily on Social Security or retirement savings. During extremely hot summers or freezing winters, utility bills can become one of the largest monthly expenses for seniors, especially for those living in older homes with poor insulation or outdated heating systems. Fortunately, there are federal and state assistance programs designed to help lower-income households manage these costs. One of the best-known programs is LIHEAP, the Low-Income Home Energy Assistance Program. Depending on state guidelines and eligibility rules, LIHEAP may help qualifying households pay heating or cooling bills by providing payments directly to utility companies. In many areas, seniors receive priority application access before the general public because older adults are considered particularly vulnerable during severe weather conditions. That early application access can make a major difference because LIHEAP funding is limited and often distributed on a first-come, first-served basis until yearly funds run out. Another program that many homeowners overlook is the Weatherization Assistance Program. Rather than simply helping with 1 month's bill, weatherization programs focus on reducing long-term energy usage by improving home efficiency. Depending on eligibility and local resources, homeowners may receive assistance with insulation, drap ceiling, window improvements, or heating system repairs and replacements. These upgrades can permanently reduce energy consumption and lower future utility bills year after year. For seniors trying to stay financially stable in retirement, reducing energy costs can be just as important as lowering medical expenses, because utility bills never completely disappear and often increase over time. Now let's talk about a Medicare expense that surprises many retirees after they stop working. This is known as IRMAA, which stands for Income-Related Monthly Adjustment Amount. IRMAA is an additional surcharge added to Medicare premiums for individuals whose income exceeds certain thresholds. What makes this especially frustrating for retirees is that Medicare usually determines these surcharges using tax returns from 2 years earlier. That means someone who recently retired may still be charged higher Medicare premiums based on income they no longer receive. For example, a person may have sold property, completed a Roth IRA conversion, received a bonus before retirement, or experienced another one-time income event that temporarily increased earnings. Even if their current retirement income is much lower, Medicare may continue charging higher premiums until updated information is reviewed. Fortunately, many retirees do not realize that they can request a reconsideration if their income dropped because of a qualifying life-changing event. The form commonly used for this process is SSA 44. Situations such as retirement, reduced work hours, divorce, marriage, loss of income-producing property, or the death of a spouse may qualify someone for a new income determination. Depending on the outcome, Medicare surcharges may be reduced or removed entirely. This is one reason financial advisors often encourage retirees to carefully review every deduction taken from Social Security payments rather than assuming all charges are permanent or unavoidable. For households already adjusting to retirement budgeting, lowering a large monthly Medicare surcharge could create substantial financial relief over the course of a year. The fifth and final area we need to discuss is property taxes, which many retirees underestimate when planning long-term retirement costs. Even seniors who successfully pay off their mortgage eventually discover that property taxes continue indefinitely and often rise over time as property values increase. What many homeowners do not realize is that numerous states, counties, and local governments offer special tax relief programs specifically for older adults. These programs may include senior exemptions, tax freezes, assessment caps, homestead protections, or circuit breaker credits, designed to reduce the financial burden on retirees living on fixed incomes. In some areas, these programs may lower the taxable value of a home, prevent taxes from increasing beyond certain limits, or provide direct tax credits based on income qualifications. The exact rules vary significantly depending on location, which is why many seniors never hear about the benefits available in their own county. Another issue is that local governments often do not automatically enroll homeowners when they reach retirement age. In most cases, homeowners must actively apply, submit documents proving age and residency, and renew benefits periodically. Because property taxes can amount to thousands of dollars per year, even modest reductions may produce meaningful long-term savings for retirees. Financial experts often recommend that homeowners contact their county assessor's office directly or search online for senior property tax programs available in their specific location. A simple phone call or online search could reveal exemptions that significantly reduce annual housing expenses. When you step back and look at all 5 of these areas together, an important pattern becomes obvious. Whether we are discussing Medicare premiums, prescription costs, utility bills, Medicare surcharges, or property taxes, the biggest obstacle is often not eligibility but awareness. Millions of seniors never apply because they assume assistance isn't available, too complicated, or only intended for people in extreme financial hardship. In reality, many of these programs were specifically created to help retirees maintain financial stability as living costs continue rising. Inflation, healthcare expenses, and housing costs have placed enormous pressure on older Americans trying to make retirement savings last longer. That is why staying informed about benefit programs and reviewing eligibility every year can be extremely valuable. Even if someone did not qualify in the past, changes in income, marital status, medical expenses, or retirement circumstances may create eligibility later. The key takeaway is simple. These programs generally do not come looking for people automatically. Seniors usually need to ask questions, review eligibility requirements, and submit applications themselves. But for many households, taking those steps could potentially reduce financial stress and improve monthly cash flow in retirement. If you found this information useful, consider sharing it with a parent, grandparent, neighbor, or friend who receives Medicare or Social Security benefits. Many retirees never hear about these programs until someone personally tells them. A single conversation could help someone discover savings opportunities that make a real difference financially. And if you enjoy clear explanations about Medicare, Social Security, retirement planning, and senior financial programs, make sure to subscribe and stay updated because rules, income limits, and benefit programs continue changing every year. Staying informed early is often the best way to avoid missing out on benefits that may already be available to you.